Guys, what's going on? It's Percy here from P4C. Welcome back to the channel. And today we have the latest Japanese Pokemon set here, Change of Mask, which is in English going to be the Twilight Masquerade, coming out in May 25th, exactly 1 month later, as I'm looking at my calendar and the dates right now. This set, though, is scheduled to be released on the 26th of April. And as always, we have been blessed and very lucky to get this just a tad earlier to do our normal exclusive early opening and review to showcase some of the cards. We haven't opened cards for a little while. We have been traveling and of course full-time work as well, but we're back for this particular set, and as always we are going to be giving out these cards as well, so make sure to stay tuned on our channel. We will be opening up a few other TCG as well, so if you want all of those content, make sure you subscribe and then make sure you ring the bell as well to stay noticed on the latest. With that said, we are going to go into this and hopefully, fingers crossed, showcase some awesome cards for you guys. With that said, let's go. Alright, we've got two boxes here. We are going to open them one by one. Let's see if the streaming god, video god, whatever it may be, Arceus as well, is going to be with us. Sometimes when we do this kind of opening, the SR box hit comes out quite early, which we don't want. We want to cut, sort of it comes out to the very last pack or the last few packs to make it more exciting. So for those who are playing at home, first time to our channel and first time seeing Japanese opening, you are guaranteed an SR or above card with these Japanese boxes. And we have changed our playmat as well, just for bit of fun and games, because it is our 4th birthday, as I've got reminded recently. So thank you to everyone who has been supporting us, especially those who have been a supportive of ours on our Patreon page, as we get our first sort of EX hit here. So every box you are getting usually 3 to 4 EX hit depending on the set. So we've got a Blissey EX here. Blissey, of course, is the evolution of Chansey. Now I'm going to get on the page here because, and I'm going to defend myself before I wreck myself. I haven't played the later DLC on Scarlet and Violet, so a lot of these Pokemon names, especially the Okapons, I'm not too familiar with. You know me, and just want to get it right. We'll make sure we get it right, like I said, get it correct before I wreck myself here, as we get a Chandelier Holo Rare here. Now, in terms of this set, you know, you got to look at it from two sides. Of course, collective side of things. With DLC related Pokemon set, it does not usually do too well. And we get the grass Ogerpon here, and the reason why I say this is just because the DLC Pokemon doesn't receive a lot of love. So, I mean, it's already again, this is a more personal point of view, and if you have any comments and feedback, put it on the comment section down below. With the legendaries, even starting from, I would say, Sun and Moon, people are not really vibing with the legendaries. I would say Zacian, Zamazenta, and of course the Miraidon and Koraidon. So that's already hard enough to get people into liking these legendary. I remember, you know, it might not be because they were the Kanto or Johto, but think about Lugia, think about Mewtwo, think about Mew, right? So people love these sort of legendaries. Of course, everyone has their favorite, as we get a Sunflower AR here, looking very, very nice. Wow, this looks very cute. Not gonna lie. So we do have our AI hit here. Probably should sleeve them up, right? So we've got, finally, we have some sleeves, very easily accessible. So sleeve this Sunflower up. There we go. I mean, it depends on how hardcore you are as a Pokemon fan. You know, obviously there are people who will like the Zamazenta, who will like the Zacian. I mean, I personally like Zacian a lot, and that's why I went for the sword. And I do like Miraidon as well. So My God, I think this is our box set here, SR. As you can see, this is the Fire Okapon here. I think it is the Fire Okapon, right? Or is it called something else? Well, something else. Uh, Heart. Sorry, Heath Flame Mask Okapon. That's what it is called. So we do have a box set here, but we do still have a few ARs to be reviewed, and sometimes you might get an error box as well. So we're gonna continue opening our box, and this is what exactly I'm talking about. We opened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs, and we already got our box set. But stay tuned because we do have a second box. And keep cutting off. Coming back to our topic here. You know, with the DLC, so you see kind of the Urshifu, the Calyraxes. So for this one, you've got you know, the Okapons, and if I missed something, you know, shout out at me. But yeah, so not as popular, and that's why these sort of mid sets doesn't generally do well in terms of from a collector side ability. And of course, you know, with Pokemon recently. Pokemon cards, I would say, dropping their value incredibly from a collector standpoint. So, you know, this set here, and we get a legendary, legacy energy here as the Apex cards being recently reintroduced back into Pokemon. Trying to catch a break on finishing on the topic. So yeah, these sort of mid sets normally don't do too well from a collector standpoint, just because the Pokemon aren't familiar, Pokemon aren't the favorites, and so if you do, and obviously Pokemon cards are dropping in prices like hell, so if you want to get a box of these, you should be pretty accessible and should be pretty affordable, I would say. From a competitive standpoint, you never know with these new cards coming in how it will affect the meta. So it's always good to sort of open and get yourself familiar with some of these cards, especially this one. I believe his name in English is Kieran and has a really good effect. It has a double effect. It's either dragging one of your changing one of your Pokemon, or dragging your opponent. No, you're changing one of your Pokemon, or you add 30 more damage points to your opponent's EX or V card. So very, very nice card to have from a competitive standpoint. So, I mean, for example, I wouldn't be able to tell you what this monkey is called. And, you know, some people might start questioning, am I a true Pokemon fan? I am. It's just that I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't played the DLC. The first DLC I downloaded, and I think I played a good 10 to 15 minutes of it. Second DLC I didn't even bother. So that's where I'm at. But I'm still a Pokemon fan. For in fact, I am so crazy that I flew 13 hours to London to compete in the EUIC. Of course, I tried a few things. The number one is to do a vlog and failed miserably. Really wanted to concentrate on the day. We did really well from the first 5 matches. Really well, from my personal perspective, because out of the first 5 matches, we went 3 wins and 2 ties, which puts us 3 wins, 2 ties, which puts us 11 points. And so we were, I think you needed 18 or 19 points to make day 2. And yeah, we, you know, put us in a pretty good position with only 4 matches left. But unfortunately, with those 4 matches remaining, I only managed to win 1 of them and lost the other 3. So I was devastated, to tell you the honest truth. I was tired and devastated by the end of the day and throughout the day, especially towards the bottom half of it. So we didn't manage to film anything. I think we filmed me going into London, and by the time I got to London, I was pretty knackered after a 13-hour flight. Uber took another 2 hours to get to the hotel from from the airport, so I was pretty much broken. But unfortunately, we didn't do much filming. We do have snippets which we might show at the end of this video, maybe just to give you guys a bit of a quick insight of what it looked like, what the venue looked like, as we get a Chimchko AR here, another one by Ren. I've noticed a lot of people are starting paying attention to the artist as well. Of course, the master himself. If you want to know about Pokemon artists, how Pokemon cards are drawn, make sure, which a lot of you guys already have, check out J Love's channel, the master, on talking about Japanese illustrator, his bread and butter over there, which we won't talk about because we don't generally have a lot of wisdom in that department, so we don't talk about it. You know, for me, it's always, I just like the art, regardless of the artist. Maybe I should pay a little bit more close attention to that as well. So Evra here, Seeking, and then a Rillaboom here. All right, we just did a midway through check because last time when we did this, we opened 2 boxes and the card camera only filmed about 5 minutes into it. So we just want to make sure we film correctly, or it captures correctly, so we can actually be one of the first to load this up and get you guys to watch it. With that said, doesn't look like we are having a broken box here or an error box here. We're coming down to our final few packs. Like I said, sometimes if the gods are on your side, you might get an error box here, but highly unlikely. Maybe another Ogerpon here. Which this one is here. Yeah, I don't know about this one. This one is. I'm not gonna try to or even attempt to see which one it is. It is a Terra type Ogerpon though, because you know, so far I do watch a bit of video game content. So the Ogerpon is the grass Ogerpon. I think is very useful, so a lot of people, so I have seen that in action as we get a Alakazam here, looking very nice here, the Alakazam art as well. All right, are we going to get an error box here from our first boxes, or we are going to go for a dart? We still have one more art rare though. So far we have, like we said, we should get about 3 or 4 EX cards as we have here, and we should get 3 art rare. And here it is, the Tasagiri art rare, which is, I wouldn't say controversial, but a lot of there's, I think for this particular card, is in this particular art, a lot of people are either hate it or really like it. That there's no in between. I haven't heard anyone say, "Oh, it's all right." Most people either love it or hate it. So that's it for the first box here. We still have 3 more packs. We're gonna finish it, do another camera check to make sure it has film, or it is still filming, and then we will go into our second box and hoping to even get a SAR maybe. We haven't pulled an SAR for a little while, hence the reason why we changed our mat, just to switch it up a little bit, and of course we only really changed the mat this year, but I felt like since we weren't getting great pulls, maybe I'm being too superstitious, we decided to change it up here. All right, that's it for our first box. A lot of good cards, a lot of good looking cards. Let's see we can get even better ones in our box number 2. All right, box number 2 here. If we pull the SAR Carmine, which is Kieran's bigger sister, that will be absolutely awesome. The cards kind of, I don't know if it's the same artist, maybe it is, I'll check it, but it kind of reminds me of the Umbrella Lady type of art, and I think there's one more, maybe I'm mistaken. It does kind of remind me of the Umbrella Lady art, and also oh, I forgot her name, the PE teacher, I forgot her name. It will pop up somewhere in my head later on. All right, second box here. Let's see. When are we going to get our box hit? Are we going to get it from the first pack? Or we're going to get it a little bit later on? All right, here we go. Alexam here. Okay. Yeah, so we've been traveling. So up to London, just to give you guys a bit of update on life. Up to London, we went to Perth, hoping to for new heights in Perth. We, I think, result-wise, I definitely did a lot better. And what I mean by that is in Perth, because in Pokemon TCG format, you play best of 3 each round, and normally first day you play about 9 rounds. Oops, I already did the card trick. Here we go. We only lost one set, if that makes sense. So 1 round. We end up with 3 wins, 1 loss, and 5 ties. So again, we needed, I think, 18 or 19 points to make day 2, and unfortunately, we were once again short. You know, it was a strange day, if I record or remember correctly. And the reason why I said this is we came across a lot of matchups where we should have lost, but we tied the game. And there were a lot of matchups where we should have won, and we tied the game. So you win some, you lose some, and you can say fortunately or unfortunately, I tied a lot of them. And to sort of end with this, unfortunately, we won't have enough points to qualify for World Championship. I am currently sitting at 145. I think either 145 or 155 points out of 300 that I needed. If I were to, wow, very nice, an AR here. Ine Inu. So Inu is a dog. So this is the one of the new. I don't know if you can call it legendary, but here's an AR. Maybe I can scroll through to find out its real name. But yeah, not enough points, and Okie Dokie, that's the name. In order to get 155 points, means that I kind of have to go to Sweden, US twice, and then maybe another event, or maybe some cups and challenges back in Australia. I swear this is the same art they use for the last Mariana with the VMAXs. It feels like when it can hit VMAXs for no energy or something like that. Anyway, off tangent. Yeah, so which, you know, this year hasn't been the greatest year in terms of economy. This looks like a full art. Yeah, this looks like a full art. All right, let's see what this is, and we'll continue. This looks like a normal full art. Yeah, this looks just like a normal full art. Definitely not an SAR. What can it be? Full art. Dragapult, Blitzy, Kieran, Carmine, Hassel. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Of course, I missed it. It's the Palaphant EX. Yeah, so Palaphant EX. Very, very cool ability. Needed 1 energy to attack 250. Maybe potentially meta breaking. I don't know. Have to see. Cool art though. Very typical EX full art card, or SR full art card there. But yeah, economy hasn't been great this year, and you know, I'm actually the job that I'm in sales. So if the economy is not good, it's hard for a salesperson to hit their target, and then obviously, which means less money, because a lot of us do rely on our commissioners. We get a forecast here, looking very creepy though. Actually, looking very, very creepy. Does have a relatively awesome ability on the card, so I don't know if it's meta related. Every turn, all your Pokemon except for this will get 1 damage counter during each checkup. So interesting. Yeah, so we decided that we won't be pursuing it any further this year. We'll lay it at rest. Unfortunately, very, very heartbroken for about 1 or 2 weeks, but then I kind of realized, you know, this is what all athlete goes through in terms of their journey, especially this year being an Olympic year. I'm sure, you know, not everyone who tries is going to make it to the Olympic. If that's the case, then Olympic is not very special. So the World Championship, to put things in perspective, is special. There is a lot of time, money, and effort spent into it to qualify for it. You know, the game itself is relatively easy to pick up, I would say, but it is hard to get to the highest level. So when you look at some of the top players in the world, you know, big respect to them. Big respect to them. All right. We still have one more AR to pull. Unfortunately, these 2 boxes, just getting the full art rare wasn't kind. We were hoping that we can showcase an SAR, but never mind. There is always more chance later on. Especially, we are going to be giving away some of these cards, as I said. Normally, we do a Patreon exclusive. So we have 1 box going to be dedicated to our Patreon members only, and then we were going to have 1 box open to all of our viewers and subscribers. And all you have to do is to go to this, go to the schedule stream, and there will be a Google form link in the description, and then you just have to register yourself there. Not on this video, on the schedule stream, which should be coming out probably around the same time this video is going to come out, or maybe a little bit later. That's why you need to subscribe and you need to ring the bell to know when that schedule stream is going to come out. And of course, we will be hoping to pull the SAR hits for you guys instead for myself. All right, down to the last couple packs. We still have 1 AR and the possibility of this being an error box. I've been saying it a lot, but we really haven't hit an error box for a very long time. I don't even know if it still exists anymore these days, but there's always a chance. And then we get the, I think this is called the Diplin, right? The Diplin art rare here, looking very, very busy. We've got a few Scorvet here as well, and that is the last of our AR. So that completes our pool. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 more packs. All right, normally in my card opening experience, normally there is a very, very slim chance, very, very slim, that you might get a gold card here. Seeing you pull an SR, there is a slim chance, and the slim is probably, I would say, 0 to 1%. So we're going to continue opening up the rest of it, and then we'll do a quick review on the cards. Collector standpoint, I might be biased looking at the list. The Carmine is the only really card that the Carmine SAR is the only really card that I think I would really like from this set. Other than that, nothing sort of tickled my fancy, so to speak. Even the art rare, to be honest, you know, none of the Pokemon that I'm really excited about. So from a collector standpoint, this is probably, I'm going to be honest, below 5. I'll let you guys be the judge. From a competitive standpoint, there's also a few cards here or there that might be good in the future meta run, as we are slowly getting more information on what the next set looks like as well. So you might want to get a box to open for fun by yourself, especially with these sort of you know, being relatively affordable, as we get our last the ace card here, the final hit, Pokemon Cyclone, I think Super Cyclone. Okay, so for competitiveness, maybe a 6 or 7. Maybe I'm being too harsh. So I'll leave it up to you if you guys do want to get a box. For me, I'll probably be getting the individual cards for the SAR and the SR. And you know, the only reason why we're really opening this is for you guys. Some people, I met a viewer in the UIC said that I remember you, I know you from YouTube, and the reason why he watches our channel is because he's a store owner and he decides want to have a look at the cards and decides if or not they will stock up on some of these, and how many of them they will stock up as well. So very pleased to hear that. And that was the final pack for today. So with today, with our hits, looks really good. Let me just go through the art rare as well, just to show. So the ace spec card, the legacy energy there, Sagiri. I mean, this is gonna go for like a few dollars, right? Like no more than 10. If you like it, get it. Singles. That was one of our first box in terms of hit. The Fire Okapon here. Some Flora looking very cute. Diplin. This looks very scary. And then Palaphonics. And then this I just learned is called Okie Dokie. So with that, that's our pulls for today. Hope you enjoyed this particular video. If you did, make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe if you want to win some free cards. Make sure you ring the bell for the latest videos and updates. With that said, if you are also opening up some Pokemon trading card or whatever you may be, mate, the God of Pulls be with you always.